Good evening, everybody, and welcome to your Monday night service. I'm thinking, where are we and what day is it?
Good evening, everybody. Hope you're all well.
Good
Lovely
evening
to see
to
you
all.
all.
As you can see, we have another guest medium with us tonight. Welcome to Macca White.
Thank you very much.
I've worked with Macca a few times, and we always have another really good medium. So no pressure there.
Thank you, Tony.
Always a good performance of Macca. Yes, she looks very different, doesn't she?
And can I just say, our Jean will not be joining us this evening. She is a little bit tired tonight, so she's asked us to pass her love on to you all, and she'll be back with us again as soon as she is able.
Well, as it's a health that comes first.
Absolutely, every time.
Yes, we can see your comments, Lisa.
Yep, we can.
Hello, Dad. I've just seen Daddy go up.
Hello, Daddy Alan.
Okay, so let's crack on with our opening prayer, followed by the Lord's Prayer, please, friends. Could we bow our heads and join together in the silence? Great Spirit, Father, Mother God, we thank you for allowing us to gather together in your name tonight across this virtual space. Father, we thank you for every opportunity that you've bestowed upon us today. And we ask that the veil be lifted between the two realms so the guides and inspirers for Irene, Macca and myself can step forward to allow us to become pure vessels of communication between the two realms. And we ask that the loved ones of those watching step forward to bring messages of truth, proof, love and upliftment. Father, as always, we promise that everything we do here tonight will be done with only truth, love and honesty in our hearts. And at the end of this evening, we will hand back to you everything which is rightfully yours with love, honour and glory. Amen.
Amen.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those that trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you, everybody. Now over to Pam's Poetry Corner.
Thank you, Tony. I have two lovely people tonight to thank for this poem, because two different people sent it to me. Lisa Scott sent it to me, and our lovely Michael, Tony's husband, sent it to me as well. So I thought I'd read it out for you. It's called I Sat With You Today. There's no name of the author, so I don't know who's written it. I sat with you today, you know. I sat right in your chair. I know I could not see you, but I knew that you were there. I couldn't hear your voice at all, but I heard every word that was spoken. I sat with you today, you know, calm, but yet so heartbroken. I know you follow me around. I have known it from the start, but sometimes I am afraid to look. So heavy is my heart. I often feel you touch my face or think I feel you near, but when I try to see you, it's like you just simply disappear. I love you more and more each day and beg for you to know I find it harder every day just to let you go. I sat with you today, you know. I'm sure that was your scent. I cannot understand it though, how you just suddenly went. I'll sit with you tomorrow if that's okay with you. Sometimes it feels the only thing I still know what to do. I love you.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Isn't it beautiful? I've put the one that you wrote on your yeah, and right. I put the other one, Grandma's Wisdom. I put that on, and I put it on All Spirits Together and wanted to forward it over, but it hasn't done it, so I'll put it on tomorrow for you, sweetheart.
Oh. Okay, love, no problem.
And I'll put that one on as well.
Thank you. Well, we have one on-screen reading tonight, and then we'll go over to blind readings. So we shall welcome to the screen or the stage or whatever you want to call it, Lewis.
Hi, everybody.
Hello, sir.
Good evening,
You're right,
Lewis.
Laura. You're right, Laura, that those words were really, really relatable.
Yeah.
Michelle, if you want to send them to either Irene or Michael or myself, we'll get them sorted out and we'll get them read for you.
Yeah.
So, Irene, do you have a link for Lewis?
No, I haven't actually. I've
Okay.
right, just a second. Let me just
No,
let Macca go first, and I'll join in a minute.
Okay, all right, no problem. The first thing that I'm starting to feel around you, Lewis, okay, is that there's a female around you that's very close at the moment, okay, and I want to say that she's bringing a lot of emotion forward. So you've either got to be a listening ear or something like that. Is what first thing I'm picking up? Can you understand where I'm going with that?
Yeah.
Okay, I have got a gentleman that's giving me this information, but he's stood back a little bit, and his nose is tingling. It's almost like I'm rubbing it. So there must have been somebody that was rubbing their nose in this business as well. And it's a little bit like I've had to try and keep some structure to some argument or dispute that's going on. You can understand.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I do know with this gentleman that he wouldn't have minced his words, and he would have been quite direct, but in a fair way, is what he's saying to me. Okay. So I don't know if somebody's using words that they don't fully understand the meaning at the moment, but he's telling me that somebody just needs to keep their words basic so that they don't give out information that they don't really understand, if that can make sense as well.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. I know that this gentleman has been trying to contact you himself directly. I can't remember if you work with Spirit or not, but you would have been aware of this in the night, either a voice or a shadow or something that's coming close is making me aware of. Can you understand?
I thought they might have been trying to contact me, but I didn't.
Yeah, it's bringing it to me. It's almost like it was a bit of a dream, or I don't know if I've dreamt it. So it may have been a sign that didn't feel quite evident, or maybe left you a bit confused, but he is wanting to bring this across to you. Okay. This gentleman that I've got here as well, I know that there's a cancer condition that would relate to him as well. Can you place a gentleman with the cancer condition? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And I don't know if he keeps taking his teeth out. Now, I know Irene does this. I'm only joking. But he keeps taking his teeth out. So there must have been something about him with his teeth out or something like that. Does that make sense to you?
That doesn't. Not that I know of, but he might have.
Okay. If not, you can't place somebody down here that keeps doing that. Could
braces count?
Braces? No, I don't think he's talking about that. He's definitely taking the teeth out. So don't worry if you can't place that now. Just hold on to that for me as well. Okay. All right. Is counting, doing a lot of counting. Would you understand counting? It feels to me that this is in a meditation or what somebody is doing to slow down their mind. So they're either, or they're counting steps, even if they've got a thing that measures the steps or something. But it's talking about this to me. Can you place that? Somebody must be counting the steps at the moment.
Okay.
Okay, because that's where it's taken me in, and I know where that is. There's been some dietary issues as well. He's telling me about. Certainly, somebody can't have wheat anymore that used to have wheat. Is where it's taking me. Okay, so this is somebody near you that's got these dietary problems. Can you understand?
Yes, yeah, I can.
Yeah, okay. And this person have maybe been thinking about going vegan or more on a diet along those lines. Okay, it certainly feels like a stomach flare up or Crohn's or something similar to that as to why somebody's watching where they go for. Is it yourself that has a lot of salt?
Not that, no, I don't think so.
No. Have you been drinking more water? Showing me somebody drinking more water, but I feel this is because I'm getting dry because I'm having too much salt, is what it's telling me. Okay, so just bear that in mind where that dietary information belongs to as well. Okay, and the message is come forward for with you is for you to keep taking that one step forward. So it may feel that in order to take that one step, that you've got to take 10 to make one, but it's telling me it's still progress. Keep going that way. There's a lot of people that feel similar about these situations at the moment. He recognises this heaviness that you've got on yourself at the moment, okay? But it's saying that that's the caring nature of you. It's not that things are too much. It's just that you may be caring for more people emotionally at the moment than what you would normally do, okay? So it's explaining that as to the reason why your energy may feel a little bit low, okay? And that's all I've got for you, Lewis. Thank you for working with me.
Yes, thanks for
that. Lewis, can I just jump in on the back of what Mac has just said to you? I feel it's a gentleman. It might be the same one that you've just had a message from, but hang on. What is coming through with me is, again, I've got this sense, like Macca said, of I'm taking one step forward, but then I feel like I'm 15 back, and then I've got to catch up again. And it's like I don't feel like I'm making any progress. But what he's saying to me is, if you look back 3-4 years and look at where you are now, that's what you should be judging yourself on, matey. All right?
Yeah.
You have made huge progress, and what you're getting frustrated with now, he's telling me, is the fact that you feel like it's slowed down and you're not going on as far as, but he's saying you can't keep going at the pace you were, because you will burn yourself out, and then you'll have nowhere to go. So he's just saying, slow it down, and you will, you know. And I think what he also saying is, not in a bad way, but just drop your expectations of yourself, because you put so much pressure on yourself all of the time to be 110% and good at everything you do, and that's not feasible. So you're setting yourself up all of the time to be knocked back. So just take it easy. And I know the job situation, so the huge changes he's talking about that you want to make in your life, that could be around the job. But he's saying, don't just jump because you feel you've got to. Make sure it's what you want. So when you do make that change, make sure it's exactly what you want before you leap. Otherwise, you might jump into something out. What he's saying to you is out of the frying pan and into the fryer. So, you know, just make sure before you leap that it is the right fit for you.
Yes. Okay.
All right, matey. All right. I don't know. Well, it's not for me to know, so I'll just give you what I've got. He's talking about the broken trusts. So you must be aware where you feel you trust in some. It's more than one person. There's more than one person he's talking about. So you must feel like you must understand where that you feel your trust in these people has been broken. Yeah. And he's saying that's going to be a hard bridge for them to build, because he's saying this is going to be down to them to build that bridge, because it's not for you. It's them that's broken the trust, not you.
Right, okay.
So, and then whether you let them put the final few planks, and that's up to you, or you just tell them to get back across where they've come from and never darken your door again, but that's up to you. All right. Would you understand why I've got to give you healing for Mike? I've got to give you some healing to pass on to Mike. So I don't know if he's just not quite been feeling himself or a bit burnt out, run down, but I've got to give you healing to go across to Mike. And also where I know he hasn't been in this current role a huge length of time, but would you understand where something's changing around his role, his job position.
Yeah.
That's fine. I just saw him moving, but staying in that industry or that company or whatever. But there's something changing around his job, is what they're telling me. Michael says, Lewis, he'll put a taser order in for you on Amazon for these people who need to build the bridges. I haven't got a lot else, but a lady's energy's just come in really quickly and just said, don't forget me. And I feel this lady wouldn't have gone into her late 60s and 70s before she transitions to spirit. And I know she goes with something around the chest. I don't know if this is a heart or lungs or a breast cancer, but it's around her chest because I've just got heaviness around here. And she's coming through with a maternal feel. So this could be like grandma or an aunt who felt like a mother figure to you, but she's just popped in and she wants to say hello and don't forget that she's here. And she's coming around and about you as well. And she's talking about you need to continue with the cards. You need to continue with the cards. All right, sweetheart. Because she'll help in that area. That's all I'm getting, matey. So I'll leave that with you and say God bless, and I'll chat to you soon, I hope, mate.
Thanks for that.
No problem.
Cheers.
Hi, Lewis. Tony sort of stole my thunder there because I've got this lovely lady with me, sweetheart. It's all right, darling. I'm only joking. It's all right. Excuse me. I know that Tony's told you about something in the chest and the heart area, but you would understand. I don't know if it's this lady or if it's somebody around you that suffers with bad headaches, because all the while that Macca and Tony have been talking, I've just got a headache right across here, and I don't normally suffer with headaches.
Yeah.
So there's either somebody suffering with their head, or they could have like a vertigo type condition, or they might need glasses. So if you know where this is, could you please ask them? She's saying, would you ask them to go and have an eye test? Okay. She's also talking and saying that she really was quite poorly before she passed, and she wanted to, it's like she wanted to put her arms under her breasts and hold her heart up, if you understand what I mean, because it was really weighing her down and she felt really heavy. And because of that, you would understand where this lady was a little bit breathless, because she's making me take really deep breaths where I can't get the oxygen, sweetheart. Excuse me. And she's also got something with the throat here, which all against what they gave you with everything in that area. I've got to take you to September for an anniversary or a birthday, darling. She's talking about, right, okay. All right, sweetheart. She's talking about you either having a new job or wanting to start a new job. Would you understand this?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Because she's just gone to that area, and what she's saying is stick with it. If you understand, I don't know if just a sec. What's that referring to? Right. Okay. She's saying stick with it, and you will get there, and you will sort of start doing things in your career, and it will help you immensely, if you understand that stuff. Because she's saying that you can, when you put your mind to it, you can be very talented in your job, but you have to want to do it. Nobody, and if somebody tries to push you into doing it, you lose interest very quickly. You'd rather do it your way than. But she says sometimes it's not always the right way, but you do get to where you want to be eventually. And I don't know if you're aware, but she's talking about somebody around you that wants to learn something from you. I don't know if you've got a younger member of the family around you, or if it's somebody that you work with. somebody watches what you do and how you do things, and they're wanting to learn. If you don't understand it now, remember that I've given it to you, sweetheart. Okay. And she's smiling, and I've got to mention the headbanger. Who's the headbanger? Who's the one that likes? Oh, do you understand this?
Do you mean headbanger is in like rock music, or like banging your
Yes.
head?
Yeah, headbanger. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
So do you understand where that is?
Yeah.
She's laughing about it, because she's saying there's no secrets. No secrets in spirit. I know everything. I'm watching everything that he does, sweetheart. But she does come with you with a lot of love, darling. And she's just giving you a great big hug and kiss, and she's walking away from me now, darling. So I'm going to leave that with you and say thank you for working with me.
All
God
right,
bless you.
cheers for that, Irene. Thanks.
Thanks a lot, Lewis.
Yeah.
No problem. No problem. See you later.
See you later.
Have a
Talk
good
to you
night,
soon.
darling. Bye-bye.
God bless. Bye. Oh, bless him.
What a lovely young man.
He is.
Bless
Lewis
him.
is our. I'll just mute Macca a minute because it's just feeding back a little bit through his microphone for some reason. Yeah, Lewis is our fairy godson.
Your fairy godson. Okay.
Yeah. We sort of adopted him a few years ago, and he actually designed this behind me, my banner.
Ah, right.
Yeah, he's a graphic designer and artist. Lovely young man.
That's where he gets all this creativity from.
Yes.
Right.
Yes, he is. He is the nicest young man.
He is.
We're so proud of him.
Absolutely.
And even though we've known him quite a while, I don't actually know that much about his family. So it's nice to give him a message, and it's all from you. Bless. So now we're coming to the blind readings. So we'll work off comments.
Okay.
So just because we have got some newbies on, we can't pull spirit forward. We've got to work with spirit as they approach us. So we'll start to give off evidence. If it resonates with you and you don't think you understand who it is, just put a comment in. We'll pick it up off the comments, and we'll go from there, and we'll try and work down to who it is that's coming through. All right.
He's a card reader as well. Does he read tarot?
He started with tarot cards, yeah.
Oh, lovely.
We keep talking about maybe designing a deck between us, and Lewis will do the graphics and I'll do the wording. So
do you know anything about tarot cards?
Yes.
Sorry, I had to ask because I used to read, and I've got I collect them.
Oh right, yeah. I've got a few sets, but I don't read them like you do. I don't read the books. I go off intuition and what I'm drawn to on the card.
Yeah.
So we're thinking of designing a deck, but we keep talking about it. But there we are.
Maybe one day.
I can see a lot of people asking for a reading, and like I've just said, we can't pick somebody out like that. We wait for spirit to connect with us. So send out your love to your family spirit side of life, and we'll see what comes through. So has anybody got a link to start with, or?
Yeah, I've got one.
You've got one? Off you go then, Macca.
Yeah, I got. You'll have to check the comments because I'm on my phone, so I can't see what the comments are at the same time as the watching you both. So
all right, no problem.
Just keep in check with that for me, if you will. The gentleman that I've got here, I know that this gentleman would have done something in farming, or he used to drive a tractor or something like that, because it's the first thing that he's bringing into me. And the name that he wants to connect with, either his name or a name that he would have associated with, is the name of Trevor. And that should be quite significant to somebody, because it's not a name that we hear very often anymore. So somebody should be able to locate that name for me as well. And I do know that this gentleman, I don't want to say he was lonely, because he quite enjoyed his time out in the countryside on his own. But it feels to me as though when he was at home, somebody is to pick at him or something like that is what it's trying to get at, okay? If you can understand the name and the farming, but not somebody picking at him, it could be referring that somebody's being picked at down here at the moment. But I do feel as though this gentleman, he had to sort of bite his tongue, and he maybe held his head down a little bit at the moment during his life as well. So I know he's wanting to connect with somebody that's got this lack of confidence at the moment, and is maybe exploring things on their own, but they find that there's a gap somewhere where they're not connecting with people as they would wish to. Okay, Deborah, thank you. You would understand for me, did I read for this lady the other day? Can't remember, or maybe it's just a familiar name. But you would understand if it is with where you are, Deborah, okay, there must be something to do with heating. And it's this heating that's making me think, did I read for you the other day? Because the other day I was on here and somebody got something with the heating, but it's definitely bringing this to my attention about this heating. And you would understand as well, I don't know if you're on a pay-as-you-go meter or not, but there's been a significant rise in the electric bill is what is wanting to get across to me as well. Okay, thank you. All right. I want to say to you that there's a headstone that I've visited, and it looks like the month of November on there. The 16th of November is how I'm seeing it, but ignore that date for me if you can't place it. There's somebody that is significant to the month of November where you would visit this headstone. I actually feel as though somebody goes and reads something at this headstone, either a poem or a verse or something like that, okay? But it's telling me that he does appreciate this quiet time that somebody is spending with him, if you can understand that for me as well, Deborah. Okay. Lady, I'm sure that you love having your nails done and things like that, okay, but there's a nail that's just come off. It's come off my foot, actually. Don't worry, it's in the spirit world. It's not my physical one, but it's just come off. So there must have been something to do with a nail that you've caught just recently, or a nail that's fallen off. If you can understand whereabouts that is with you, I want to say to you as well that there's something. I don't know if I'm trying to clear a pipe or something, and I don't necessarily mean a human body pipe. But there's some like cleaning products and different things like that are mixing together. Do you understand this for me? And it does look like it's fizzing. So, you know, if you can't understand, you cut your toenails last night. Lovely. I can have mine back now. Thank you very much. But you must understand where somebody has been mixing cleaning products together. Or something like that, okay, because I don't want to say that this is a very healthy way to blend the recipe together with the cleaning products, because I can feel like there's a fizzing or something going on. So you must understand where that is. It does feel like it's outside the home. I'd probably leave it there if I was you, okay. But there is something to do with this cleaning products that somebody's been mixing up. Do you understand where somebody's been wallpapering and then they're one strip short or something? Because I can see all this wallpaper around a room, but there's one strip missing, and it doesn't look like somebody's peeled it off. It looks as though somebody's ran out when they needed it. If you can understand that as well for me, Deborah. I feel as though I'm knocking on a door, so I don't necessarily want this in your own house, but it's somewhere nearby, either a couple of doors down or something like that, as well, is what is wanting to get across. Somebody's getting stressed out a lot about the makeup as well. I'm not sure what this is about, if it's somebody you look after or a child of your own, but it's talking to me about somebody stressing about this makeup, and I believe that you would have said something. You can't take the wallpaper. Okay, well, look out when you wake up in the morning. If you come down in your room and there's a wallpaper piece missing, I'm only joking. That would happen to you, love. What was I just saying there? I've lost it. Sorry. Makeup. Yeah, it's talking to me about, I don't know if somebody said stop stressing about your makeup or something like this. Somebody's been really stressing over this. So either it's we can't get out to the shops to get the makeup that I want, or you know, there's something around that. But I do know that this situation is taking on quite close to where somebody's getting very frustrated with these things at the moment. Like, we're all getting frustrated with things that we used to, that now we're having to be without for a while. Okay, I do want to say to you as well that you're not you're either not eating as much, or food isn't tasting quite how it would do normally. And that's not, I'm not bringing forward a symptom of coronavirus that you've lost your taste. What I'm saying to you is that the taste doesn't taste quite right with some things. I don't know if you're on a strong medication that alters this taste in my mouth, but it feels like when I'm eating food, it just feels a bit tasteless to me. Okay, if you can understand that. I'll just wait. I do feel like I'm stepping back from you, but I'll just wait for you to confirm this with the taste, okay? Because it is one of the coronavirus symptoms. So I want to make sure that I haven't upset you or unsettled you in any way, because that's not the way that I'm going with that piece of information. So if you can just let me know about that, that'd be great.
Cool. No, she can't take that bit.
You can't take that. Okay. Look somewhere around you. I feel this is somebody that's taking a strong medication. This may come up in a conversation that you're having over the phone, or something where somebody's saying that they can't taste things quite right, or, you know, it feels a bit bland or something like that. Okay. But I do need to give you that, and just look out for where that may be within the family, but distant as well, because I feel as though there's somebody that's waiting to see me, or to see us as a family, obviously because of the coronavirus. And it's this person, this lady, that's really wanting to see people at the moment, that's sort of gone off the food a little bit, in the sense that it's because I'm feeling a little bit low or depressed in myself. I'm not feeling like eating, or food just doesn't taste as it should do. So just bear in mind that information that I've given you, and there's nothing to be alarmed about. Thank you.
Brilliant, Mac. Thank you. I'll just pop your mic on mute a minute, just while we get sorted. Irene, have you got anything to follow on with that?
I haven't got a great deal, Deborah, for you, sweetheart. I've got a gentleman linking in with me, darling, and this gentleman says that you're a little bit under the weather at the moment, sweetheart, if you can take that. And I know that Mac spoke about your taste buds and that, but I feel it's a little bit more deeper than that. It's nothing to worry about, sweetheart, but I just feel that you're a little bit out of sorts with yourself, if you understand what I mean. And I'm just wondering if maybe you need a little pick-me-up, a tonic of some sort. And this gentleman is saying a bit of good old-fashioned laughter would do you the world of good. So I know that sometimes you feel as though you're on your own, sweetheart, but I know that you're not on your own, darling, and you know you're not on your own. Your spirit family are around you, and they're trying to help you. I've got to give you a healing blanket from this gentleman, sweetheart, and he's just dropping it round your shoulders, and at the same time he's giving you a great big hug as well, and I can only pass that on to you, sweetheart. And he's just wanting you to know that the angels are sending you healing as well, sweetheart. Okay? I don't know if it's you that likes your cup of tea, sweetheart, but he's just put a great big urn of tea in front of me, and he's saying drink something warm and keep yourself going, because you're feeling the cold at the moment as well. I know it's not very nice outside, but you are actually feeling the cold and you can't seem to get warm. And I've just got a lot of love for you, Deborah, and it's you know, just coming from your spirit family. And what they're doing, they're getting together, putting you in the middle of a circle, and they're all holding hands, and they're all trying to help you, sweetheart. So please don't ever feel that you're lonely or on your own, because you're not. They're only through the veil, darling. And they're always with you, and you know when they're with you because you get a certain scent, or something is moved, or a picture is crooked or something like that. And it's this gentleman letting you know that he's there, darling. And I've got to give you a bouquet of beautiful red roses mixed in with some yellow sunflowers for upliftment, sweetheart. And I've also going to put in there some of my purple irises, which is my healing flower. And I'm going to say good night and God bless, Deborah. And thank you for working with me. And I'm going to hand you over to our Tony.
Thank you. Just before I carry on with that link, Kylie Whiteways just put a comment up that she'd have to go over yesterday's service because somebody mentioned something in a house which was moving, and she'd taken some of the information and thought, oh no, that bit's not for me, and binned the information. And then she came down this morning and that sign that was mentioned is still there. It was there and it's still there.
Oh wow.
So she's going to have to go over it and just see what the rest of the information it was, because
how interesting.
I know. Right, Deborah, I have a gentleman's energy. I'm not sure if it's the same one that Irene mentioned and Maka, but the gentleman I've got is talking about, he's given me a heaviness in the chest. So there would have been an issue in the chest with him. And he's also given me, he's wanted me to fidget all the time. So I don't know if this gentleman was the fidgeter or if he's referencing somebody earth side of life who fidgets a lot. But I feel like my hands are always on the go and I'm scratching or rubbing my nose or whatever. But that's what this gentleman's just coming through with for me. He wants me to talk about right, he's putting a jacket on me, sweetheart, and then he's hanging it in a wardrobe. So would you understand where there's either a suit jacket or an overcoat of a gentleman's still in a wardrobe, that it's like, I know I want to get rid of it, but I know I should get rid of it, but I really don't want to. And what he's coming through with is, do what you feel you want to do. So if you don't want to get rid of these things, then don't get rid of them. But I do feel there's something specific about either a suit jacket or an overcoat or something of this gentleman's that's a check one. Bless you. Okay, sweetheart. Thank you. All right. And he's also bringing me through. He's playing with a ring. He's playing with my wedding ring and my engagement ring. So could you understand where there's a wedding ring still here? I don't know if it's his or if he's referencing somebody's wedding ring that is still here, but he wants me to come to that. He wants me to also come to you with this. He's given me lots and lots of upliftment and lots of healing energy for emotional support and upliftment, what I call my lavender energy. And I want to give you bucket loads of that, sweetheart, just to buoy you up a little bit, because I feel like Irene said, you're just a little bit deflated. And you must also be aware of somebody who, it's like I'm going to the front door and putting my hand out for the handle and then thinking, no, I can't. And going back and sitting down again, even though we're not supposed to be out, we're just supposed to be going around the block or whatever. But, you know, it's like, no, I can't and I don't want to. So he's just saying, he's giving this person a little gentle push along and saying, you know, when you're ready, come on, we can do it. We can get through this. Right. He wants me to acknowledge, I don't know if it's already been said, but the month of June would be significant. And I want to be around the middle of a month or the middle of June for a birthday anniversary or a passing. And I also want to reference, I know your husband passed recently, but there's another recent passing that I've got a reference for you, Deborah, please. Even if it's a friend or an acquaintance, but I've got to reference another passing for you, Deborah. Yeah, you can take that. That's fine. Thank you very much. I am going to leave you now. And yes to Jane. Thank you. I am going to leave you now because they are pulling away from me. But as I am, I don't know if I've got to give you a little bell. I've just unmuted Maka because we've come to the end of a reading. I've got to give you a little bell because as a memory figure, and the one I'm seeing is it's like a lady with a crinoline, and a crinoline is actually the bell. So that's what I've got to give you. I am sorry if you can't take it, but that's what I've got. And I will leave his love with you and say, God bless you, Deborah. Thank you so much. Right. Let me just get a quick drink.
Can I just say, Tony, Lizzie Morris, I've seen your message go up several times, sweetheart. If we get anything for you, darling, we will pass it on. We can't ask your loved ones to come forward. You send your love out, and if we get anything for you, sweetheart, we will definitely pass it on for you.
Yeah.
Sorry, I've just seen the message go up 4 or 5 times, Tony.
Yeah. I've spotted it. Right. Anybody else got anything? If not, I've got.
I have.
You have.
Oh, go on,
Brilliant.
Tony.
Okay.
Right. Okay.
Go on.
Right. I've got a lady come forward, and this lady is she's actually singing, and she's got a beautiful voice, and she's singing the song "If You Ever Go Across the Sea to Ireland." So I know whoever this is for. It's there's Irish in the family, or they were going on a holiday to Ireland. I feel as though she's coming in on a family link. So I know that it's either a mum, an auntie, grandmother, sister. I'm not sure which one yet. She has beautiful hair, absolutely gorgeous hair, and she really is lovely. She's just stunning, and she stands about. Well, I'm 6 foot, and she's smaller than me. If that's any help. So she's not as
Irene,
tall as
everybody's shorter than you, darling.
Well, that's true. That is so true. Yes, I agree. She's got a beautiful slim figure, this lady, and she said that she's telling me that she worked in a hospital situation, whether she was a carer, a nurse, a sister, or a doctor even, or just worked in a hospital in general. That's what she did. She was very intelligent, this lady, and she was very, very gentle with her patients, she was saying, and she had time for everybody. She was a very hard-working lady. She's talking about 5 in the family, whether that's 5 children, 5 grandchildren, mum and dad and 3. But she's also putting my thumb down as well. So 5 went to 4. So whoever this is for, it would be possibly either a baby that went to spirit sleeping, or a child that passed to spirit through an illness. Okay. She's talking about where are we? Where are we going? She's talking. Oh gosh, right. She's singing me all the songs. She's singing me Galway Bay and all the old Irish songs that they used to get. And she's talking about now then. I'm wondering if this is for you, Patrick Monaghan, because she's talking about going around all around Ireland, Galway, the Ring of Kerry, and all the other places that most of us don't even know. Patrick, are you there, sweetheart?
Yeah.
Yes, I thought it might be for you, sweetheart. Thank you, Patrick. Now, can you take me this lady that worked in a caring environment, either in a doctor's surgery or a hospital or something like that, sweetheart? Because she's just a lovely, lovely lady. She had a gentle way with her, and bless her. She's saying, I was a proper Irish mammy. Now, you would understand what that means, but she was also the matriarch of the family, and woe betide you if you crossed her. She worked in a hospital. Thank you for that, Patrick. Now, she's just coming to say that she's been keeping an eye on you and she's wagging a finger at you. So, but she's smiling when she's wagging so I know that it's not serious. She just wants you to know that she's around you, sweetheart. And she's saying there's better times to come, if you would understand that. And I'm not talking about the virus or anything else. But you've had a little bit of a rough patch, sweetheart. And she wants you to know that she's watching you and she's with you, and she's actually saying there's better times to come. She's talking about Big Tom and the Mainliners, so you would understand what that's about, because I listen to Trevor Lockery all the time. So, and she's saying there's somebody around you that's got a beautiful singing voice, sweetheart, okay? And she's saying they ought to be going out and singing, because this lady could sing. This lady could really sing. And she's also saying that the younger one that can sing, you ought to get her some, if you can, get her some videos or get her some promotions where she can go, because she is that good, or he is that good. But she's referring to a female, so because she's saying she. Now then, I've got to give you, if not you would understand in the family where somebody went to America and emigrated over there, and you would also understand. I've got dog spirit side, and when I see a dog, they come around you for healing and protection, sweetheart. And right, okay. And somebody is a good cook. She's talking about somebody doing a lot of cooking, whether that be you, Patrick, or your good lady wife, I don't know. But she's talking about somebody being a really good cook. But she also wants to talk about what you do, because I know we talk a lot, and I know that you are spiritually aware, sweetheart. You cook everything. Oh, well, there you go. That's good proof then, isn't it? But she's saying you're doing really, really well with your spiritual work, and keep going at it. And she's watching what you're doing, and she's giving you a big double thumbs up. Okay, and saying you're getting on really, really well, and it's time you started pushing yourself a little bit and going a bit higher, sweetheart. Okay, and I don't know if you're going to have a trip to Dublin, but she's talking about going to Dublin in the near future, whether that's for something or the other. I don't know how far Dublin is from you, but I know it's quite a way. And I've got to leave you, sweetheart, with Mike Denver's song, Morning Sun and Memories. And if you don't know it, I'm sure you would, because it's Mike Denver. Listen to it on YouTube or one of his things. It's a beautiful song, and she's wanting you to listen to it, sweetheart, for some reason. And it's called Morning Sun and Memories. And I'm going to leave that with you, Patrick, and I'm going to see if Tony or Macca has got anything for you. Thank you for working with me, darling. All her love goes to you. God bless. Thank you.
I haven't got a link. I'm really sorry, Patrick, but I'm not going to make it up, and I'm not going to work psychically. I'll just unmute Macca and see if he's got anything.
I haven't, Patrick, I'm afraid. I'm not very good at linking in with other mediums at the best of the times, but I've had a strong gentleman here with me, but I don't believe that he's with you. So I'm sorry about that, but I feel like Irene did pass all the information over that was needed, that you needed to hear tonight.
Thank you. So I'll say good night and God bless, Patrick, and we'll talk soon. Bye-bye, darling.
Bless. Macca, did you say you had a strong gentleman connecting?
Yeah, I've got a gentleman with me.
Go
you know,
on,
I'm
then.
trying to keep. I found these comments. You know, they're so fickle. This congregation. I was watching last night, so the same things they're saying to me, the same things that they were saying to Matthew last night. Seriously,
Oh, no. It's shocking.
And
But-
unfortunately, I don't think I would be right. But was it Megan that put that comment? I don't think I'd be right for you, love. You certainly won't be right for me. You're just the wrong gender. That's all. It's nothing personal. Okay, love.
well said, Macca. But you could be platonic friends, you know.
Nothing to apologise for, love. Nothing to apologise at all. It brings a bit of laughter. That's what we want. Okay. I've wrote a few things down this time, and I don't usually like to work like this, but this gentleman was quite overpowering. So I know that he would have if he had something he needed to say, he would have made sure that come in, no matter who else was listening. Okay. And this gentleman, I do feel as though he passed with a stroke. Something along those lines. It's definitely giving me the weakness, but I feel as though this gentleman would have been cared for by his wife at home for quite some time before he actually took his passing to the spirit world. I do get the name Tom or Thomas as well with this gentleman. I'm not saying that it's his name, but it certainly connects around him. And there would be somebody who's on the earth plane at the moment that connects with this gentleman that's either had a never forget tattoo, or certainly something similar. There's a symbolic tattoo that keeps jumping out to me, and I feel as though this is somebody's got a matching one, or they've had one done in memory of this gentleman as well. I also feel as though this gentleman, he didn't like to take his medication. So when he was having his medication, particularly towards the end of life, when he became more confused, he maybe had this on a spoon with some jam or something like that to help him move forward. You can take that for a friend. Okay, no problem. He's also talking to me about he's got a little boy with him here as well, and so I know that somebody either lost their little boy early in life or towards or they miscarried. Okay. But it is a young boy that he brings with me. I do feel as though this young boy has been in the spirit world some time. Okay, so we could be going back as early as 2005, I want to say. So he has grown up quite a bit now. Yeah, it is an older gentleman, Shea, that I have got here with me. And I do feel as though this gentleman's wife is still alive, but she's been struggling at the moment as well, if you can understand that. Okay, because there's some tears of joy, but there's some tears of sadness as well. So he's obviously wanting to bring he's obviously wanting to bring here where somebody's been really sad and down, but also somebody's received some good news as well. I don't know if this is something about college or university. They've got a university interview or something like that. Okay. What else have we got here? Okay. All right. Yeah. It's talking to me about somebody as well that either because she's just become a grandma, and she said, oh, that's where we are then. So he was saying to me, yeah, that there's been some sadness there, which I feel is the loneliness and not being able to see people. But also, Courtney, if you can understand the other information as well, then listen in. But if it's only that part about the medication towards the end, it maybe isn't for you, because I need somebody that can take most of this information together. But listen in if you can take any of that information. It's talking to me particularly about somebody that has either not had to go to school or not had to go to work because of the lockdown and everything, but suddenly now there's been a different way of working, and he's got to start getting up, but he won't get up or something like that. There's been an issue around getting up, and it's like 8:10 or something like that I can see on the clock, which makes me feel as though this is somebody at school that has got to start going to school. Maybe they haven't been to school because they've had to isolate, but now they've started going back. He certainly wants to bring this into here. I do know with this gentleman as well that I want to be something that was very significant. End of September. Oh, you struggle to get lucky college meetings. Okay, listening. Whoever's taking this message, and hopefully we'll be able to narrow this down a little bit the more that I speak. But this gentleman that's wanting to connect, there would be something significant at the end of September, beginning of October. It's not telling me what that is. So I don't want to say it feels like a death, because it doesn't feel like anything at the moment. It just feels very important, the end of September, early October. So that must relate somewhere within there as well. He keeps burping as well, so I don't know if somebody's having this problem with acid reflux at the moment. Yeah, keep listening. Maybe a message for both of you within this. Okay, I'm just happy that somebody's taken what this gentleman wants to give off. But he's talking to me about this burping, and you know, I feel as though I get a bit embarrassed by it sometimes as well. So this must be somebody that's become quite conscious about this acid indigestion, or something very similar to that. Yeah, the reflux, Lisa. Thank you. Okay, I don't know if this gentleman was also into bikes as well, but he kept showing me a bike that needs the chain putting back on, or something a lot around this. So either the chain needs putting back on a bike at the moment, or you can certainly place where this memory was, where he used to help you with this bike. It's really oily. My fingers are really oily, so there must be something that is significant to either of you that's listening into it. If you can just place that for me. The little boy that I had got as well, somebody sent some balloons up for this little boy. And I know that it's a little boy because they are blue balloons. So somebody's been sending up a message, or been sending, I actually feel physically as though I've sent a balloon up though. And he's wanting to acknowledge that this has been received around you. Okay. Had a motorbike. It was more a push bike feel, but that could just be the way that he was saying it to me. Oh, Tom's bike's just been found. They're trying to fix it up. Okay, well that makes more sense for me then, Zoe. Okay, as to why he's bringing that, just to acknowledge what has been going on. He's talking to me as well. There was some earache. Somebody's been getting a lot of earache. Okay, and this has been infected. And I've had to have some antibiotics for the side of my face particularly, but I know it's been very uncomfortable. And this could be like earache, but then it goes into the teeth. And I know that there is a tooth problem that connects to the earache as well, if that makes sense. Bit of a mouthful, all of that, wasn't it? The message of what is come for, okay, is very, very important, because he's talking to me. I don't know if this is two sisters or two females in the family that have got crossed wires over some information, and this could be information that involves a loved one that maybe two sisters or a family are having to work together to try and sort things out at the moment. He's saying there's been some crossed wires and there's some information that's missing. So really what he's wanting to do is let you know that where these two people are is that they need to come together and have a good chat, because it's just been misunderstood, or something's not been said very clearly. So if I can, it looks as though they may have, this message may have linked in with a couple of you. Okay, take what you can from it, and regardless of what this gentleman said, it is best if you can sort these things out in the physical if things aren't quite right. But you just want to be clear that it is a misunderstanding. Somebody's not being given the full truth or the full information, and he wants to get that across, because he's saying that these two people was very close, okay, but there's something about disappointment, expectations, and all of those things that are going on around you that really just wants to lift that up, and sort of put cards out on the table, really. So maybe if you are avoiding each other, maybe it'd be best if you could just try to come together and find that mutual boundary, really, where it is that you need to be able to sort these things out. Because it feels to me now that all of this anger and this emotion's dropped a little bit. What's starting to kick in now is this feeling of missing each other, okay, and it's really important that you go back and connect with that where it is. And with that, I'll say thank you for working with me, a few of you, and certainly this gentleman, and God bless you.
Wonderful, Maka. Thank you. Brilliant message.
Lovely message, yeah.
Can I just come on the back of that and just say, I've got a lady that's connecting, and I feel like she's coming on the same link. So I feel like she's followed this gentleman through. She feels to me like a very strong lady, very independent lady, but I feel quite frail now. So I feel as this lady got older, she had a lot of infirmity, particularly around the wrists and the legs, because I feel really like I can't lift things up properly, and I can't take tops off jars and things. She's coming through with that. Like I say, she's followed this gentleman through. She is making my voice go really croaky. And I don't know if this would be like a chest infection or something like that, but she's just put this on me, and I feel like I'm starting to sit forward, like I'm hunching a little bit. So this just feels like what she's telling me is she got that in that frail and unsteady, and think she just gave up. She just thought, no, I've had enough, and she was just ready to go. So and she's talking about a gentleman that came and took her. So there was a gentleman, and she's playing with my wedding ring, so I do feel this was a husband or a partner came for her and took her over to the world of spirit. Whoever this is for, earth side of life, I feel like I've got a clamp on my head across here. So there's definitely a tension headache coming on, and a lot of pressure. So whoever this is for, you must be feeling a lot of pressure, a lot of tension. She had her brother's ring. That's fine. I just know she was playing with my ring. I do apologize. That's me. That's misinterpreted the information as it's come through. And what she's saying is there are people around you that could take the pressure off, but they're not. And she's a little bit cross about that. And she's saying they should be helping. They should be taking the pressure off you rather than leaving you to it and letting you get on. And she's, like I say, she's just a little bit cross about that. She is saying to me as well, like, just be careful with your words, because sometimes you can use your words and you haven't listened to how that sounds, and other people can pick up that information incorrectly. So just beware of that, and just take care with your words and things. And as she's leaving me, sweetheart, I've got to say, she's telling me, again, like I said to Lewis, if you look back 3 or 4 years and look at where you are now, you'd be amazed at the progress you've made and where you've come. But you, again, like Lewis, you don't give yourself credit for that. And you just put a lot of pressure on yourself. So she's saying, just take care, just look after yourself, and just appreciate yourself. Okay, sweetheart. And I will leave that with you, and I'll see if Irene's got anything. We've run over. Never mind.
We have. Never mind, darling. I haven't really got a lot to add at all. Thank you, Tony, by the way. I haven't really got a lot. And yes, Courtney, I was getting the fact that somebody was a little bit hot-headed, and you've just put that on there. So you'd said it before I could say it. And sometimes you get yourself in trouble, sweetheart, because you put your mouth in gear before you put the brain in gear, if you understand what I mean. And there's a lot of people that go with you on that as well. So it's not what you say, it's how you say it. This is what this lady's telling me, sweetheart, because I've got a lady with me. but she's all she wants to do is just say to Courtney, please take care. All right, please take care. I don't know if there's she's oh right, okay. She's showing me the tower falling in the tarot cards, sweetheart. So I don't know if somebody's if there's somebody around you who is going to have a fall, or if you know somebody who has had a fall. But she's talking about somebody having a small accident, nothing major, hurt themselves a little bit because of this horrible weather that we're having at the moment. Okay. But what she's saying is tread carefully, tread gently, because at the moment it's thin ice for you, sweetheart. And that's all I've got apart from all her love. And I'm going to leave that with you and say good night and God bless.
Oh, Macca's gone.
Yes, I've just seen it.
He'll be back in a minute.
Oh,
well, that was a set of lovely readings.
Absolutely,
really
it
enjoyed
was.
that.
And it was lovely to have Macca on with us as well.
It was. Yes, we'll have to do that again soon.
Yes.
Very soon. And thank you, everybody, for all of the validations and things. Oh, Courtney Scott Martin fell down. Lisa Scott fell downstairs, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, so there you go.
Yep, brilliant.
Hope you haven't hurt yourself,
Love
sweetheart.
the validation. Not brilliant, you fell down the stairs. Brilliant that we validated that.
Absolutely. Oh, here he is.
Matey.
I'm back. It was my fat fingers. I was trying to reply to a message and cut the whole thing off.
Well, thank you so much for coming on and sharing the night with us, Macca. That was lovely.
I loved it. Thank you.
I love the way
wonderful.
the energies blend and bounce off each other. It's really
Absolutely.
good.
Yeah.
And so Friday we have a couple of people joining us for online readings, and hopefully our Jean will be fitting well and able to join us. We will keep sending the healing out for her and for everybody else who's suffering in mind, body or spirit. If you want to include anybody for a prayer, please drop me a message and I'll put it on the prayer list on my website.
And we've all got healing books as well.
We have, so you'll be included in that as well. Then Wednesday I'm on at Pastures Green. Thursday I've got Nick Brown's service at Little Port, which is always worth a watch for our Reverend Lynn's address. It's always informative and lovely and uplifting. Anything else you want or need, please contact us and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. You just send me a message, Susie. Just send me a message and I'll put you on the list. And then Michael's written this Excel-y thing that randomizes people and puts numbers on, and that's how we do it. It's gone again.
It's that bingo.
Yeah.
That's the button. Can I just say something, Tony? You know that last night we had Matthew on and he got all these lovely comments and fan club and everything.
I'm feeling a little bit left out.
Tonight we've had Macca and they've got a fan club. Where's it? My fan club, your fan club, Jean's fan club. But we're just, you know, do you think we're good enough anymore? You know,
I know.
I'm full of yogurt pots and turkey basters.
Yeah.
Well, that's all right. We'll just have to start up our own fan clubs then. That's it.
We will. Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, it's not.
Oh, bless you.
I know I'm 25, but you know, Macca and Matthew were a lot younger than that. And I mean, yeah, look at them.
Yeah, they've got fan clubs we haven't. I'm getting withdrawal symptoms now.
Talented mediums. The talented mediums.
Fan club, Irene.
Attractive young men.
I'll join your fan club.
Oh, bless you, thank you. I'm only joking. There is no jealousy here whatsoever. Absolutely not.
Let me ban him from the studio because he's going to be in Irene's fan club and not mine. I'm not
Aw.
upset.
No, Susie Jones put on always your fan club, guys, our favourite mediums. Thank you,
Yeah.
Susie. That's lovely.
Sue, I
Absolutely.
can't wait to come back to Brimington. I'm dying to come back to Brimington and all the other churches we've been to.
I
They're
know,
absolutely
same.
lovely. We feel so welcome.
Absolutely.
But I do love doing this as well. So
Yeah.
this is wonderful as well. And I love this congregation we've got.
Oh, well, so do I.
And they're so supportive. Well,
Because
thank you,
if-
everybody. It's been a wonderful night. We shall do a closing prayer. And I guess I'm singing. Who would like to do the closing prayer?
I think Macca ought to do it.
Yeah.
Okay, no problem. Okay, join me in prayer, please, friends. Divine and loving Spirit, our Father God, we thank you for all of the joy, the laughter, and all of the love that you bring forward for us to celebrate, reminding us that you are always there, just that breath away. As we close this service tonight, Father, we offer you our love, our commitment, and understanding, as we ask that you share your understanding with ours to create a better world, a better place for all. Father, tonight, may each and every head be bowed. I ask for a guardian angel to come forward to assist them through this unprecedented time where changes are occurring and the pressure is high. May we all be guided safely on our journey back home. Amen.
Amen.
Lord, keep us safe this night, secure from all our fears. May angels guard us while we sleep till morning light appears. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. God bless everybody. Hope the Lord keeps you safe till we meet again. Good night and God bless.
Absolutely.
Good night.
Good
God
night.
bless.
Good night.